So now we continue with our agenda, and unfortunately you'll have to bear with me again as Rory Quinn unfortunately is stuck in Ireland, and on our point 4 on the agenda is the adoption of the PS resolution on selecting our common candidate in 2014, and Rory, as chair of the working group, should have been here to present this, but unfortunately he is in Ireland, and he will join us though tomorrow morning for the convention. Friends, the resolution that we are adopting today and that is presented to you is a historical one. As I said, we are paving the way for a new way of doing politics at transnational level. At a time where the Conservatives and the Liberals are depriving citizens from their democratic powers, we are showing that we are not afraid of democracy, and that democracy is the cornerstone of our politics. We are the party of openness. We are the party of inclusiveness. We are the party of active participation. And with this common candidate that we will have as a common figurehead of all our political movement to run the campaign for the next 2014 elections, we will show a united and coherent face to the European citizens. We will show clear divide between our way and their way, between the left and the right. And we will push forward alternative, credible proposals embodied by a serious, trustworthy man or woman representing the whole PS family. Now, can you imagine the difference between 2014 and 2009 compared to having no candidate at all, or maybe several candidates, plenty of very good ones, but not one unique candidate to embody our movement, or compared even to having to back a Conservative candidate. We can be proud to be the front runners in this, proud to pave the way for a more democratic European Union, and proud to be leading ahead of all the other European parties. I'm not going to go into the detail of what you have in the paper of the procedure. You all have the resolution. I want to thank all the members of the group that worked on this. Many of them are in the room at the moment. We have now a sort of balanced, fair, open, transparent process, and this is also thanks to the leadership of Rory Quinn, who guided this group in a very sort of diplomatic way. 1 year ago, when we decided in Warsaw at our council to set up this group, and that 33 member parties and organizations which should find a common way of elected this candidate, who could have believed that we'd managed to have such an ambitious result? Our common candidate will be selected thanks to an open and transparent process over which all members of all our member parties will feel ownership. It will allow a real competition between candidates. It will be both coherent so as to ensure the credibility of the process, but also flexible so as to respect the different traditions of our member parties. And I think this is a really great achievement, but it will only be the beginning. Now we have to win the elections in 2014 with a common program, a common candidate, and a common strategy, and to give Europe another face. So I'll open up the debate. If we have people who would like to take the floor on this resolution, you can do so by having contacted the Secretariat, I suppose, or by raising your hands, and we will have a discussion for 10 to 15 minutes, and then we'll vote on this resolution and then go over to the next one. Thank you very much. Okay, so the first speaker is Kaisa Penny from ECOSI.
Dear comrades, thank you. Thank you for the Council of last year, PS Council of last year, for including ECOSI in the work of this working group. We were very happy to be actively participating in the work. And I must also thank Rory Quinn, although I know he's not here, for the great work in building up a very progressive consensus within the working group of sometimes very diverse opinions. In the working group, we spent hours and hours thinking up problems that could come up in the process. We thought what problems could come up with setting the candidates, finding the candidates, with the internal processes within the parties, or within the Congress that will take the final decision. Occasionally we felt slightly that we had very little faith in our own parties and in ourselves. But I think that the result that we are looking at today speaks for itself of very much the opposite. We are about to adopt a very progressive proposal for a very, very progressive process that does exactly what it set out to do, to be a democratic, transparent and inclusive process for selecting a common candidate. I think we should be very, very proud of the resolution that we are about to adopt, because this is something that no other European party has done or will be able to do in this coming elections. This reflects the ideals and the principles of the socialist movements across Europe. This proposal includes the consultation with the members of each and individual member parties. It includes open competition and transparent democratic election at the Congress. We in ECOSY believe that the process isn't perfect. We would have wanted to see even tighter rules on inclusion of the members, each individual members in the process, and also a stronger gender aspect in the project. But as we have faith in socialists and our parties, we believe that each party will find a process that suits them and will reflect the principles set out in this resolution. We believe that we will find a common candidate that will be able to defend the socialist values in Europe and win the elections of 2014. And we were very, very happy and grateful for this process being taken place, and we very much hope that each party will live up to the high expectations that we put on ourselves. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kaisa. Apparently you were the only one wanting to speak on this resolution, so we will now vote, and I suppose that if no one wants to speak, suppose that everyone agrees. So, are there any votes against? Any abstentions? Votes in favor, please? Great. I'm proud to say that we now have a process to elect our candidate in 2014.